Okay, so this is gonna go for any of the guides I'm gonna make for any tower. So what I'm gonna say is that like these are basically personal strats I have. Like I personally think these are the best ways to do like the jumps on any of these towers. So if you have a way to do the jump that you like to do, use that strat, use your own strat. If you don't have to copy me if you have something you like to do instead. So yeah, that's it for the intro.
Alright, what's good, y'all? So today I'm gonna show y'all strats for tower quite devious. So alright, let's go. So the floor one doesn't have many. Like for this, just like hold W and D and go all the way down to this bottom click right here, and do shift click up here. Some easy jumps. This one just avoid it. It's hill spinner. It's easy. Another bottom click. You gotta get your torso as close as you can to the bottom click like that. You get as much height as possible and turn to the left a little bit, and you'll get a very nice height boost. Just tap S, turn to the right a little bit, and do shift click. This jump you don't have to dodge, but I just personally dodge that with W and A. Because on 144, like, lodges are just better with W and A like this, turning to the right a little bit. So, I mean, you don't have to do that, but so you could just like, it's like a rem wrap. I don't know why I never like knew that you don't have to log. And this, climb this neon thing on the wedge and then just shift back up like this and you won't get fast-sighted. And then once your body is at the neon, do a shift like that with W and D. And if this is upwards momentum trust jump, I would switch to 75, which would just require pressing K twice if you're on 144. Like that. Once you're on 75, hold D and then jump. It's an upwards momentum trust jump. And then go back to 144. This jump is a high jump, just tap S till your torso is close to the truss and then do a shift click up. And an easy two-step climb. Easy lodge, just like, it's just muscle memory. This jump's kind of long, so I do the 13 step strat. Just climb in and turn to the right like that, and do that. Because the 4 set stick out there isn't really a strat to it. And then for this jump, going backwards like this, once you're like this, hold A and then shift like this, and then you're pretty much gonna make it all the time. And just avoid this neon roof here, and turn in. Sometimes it won't let you go in, so be careful. And turn on to this truss. And this jump is somewhat long, so what you could do, just tap S until your torso is close to the bottom and do a shift lift. It's a high jump. Now we got a little net, but it doesn't last long, and it's not that hard, so this pretty much, there's no like strat gameplay here. It's like very easy. Well, this one you could do a head hitter like this. That's what I personally do. But I'm pretty sure you're meant to do a like no jump click like this. But I just stopped doing that because I was failing it too much. You can do either one. Okay, so this jump I personally shift click. Just turn a little bit to the left and do a shift click. Avoid this cylinder to wrap that. Or this corner flip, make sure you face backwards like this, and shift forwards, and then turn back. For this lodge, go to the right side of the cylinder, this, and don't go all the way to the edge. You can just exit like this. Exit like closer to the middle, not all the way from the edge. It's just an easy jump. Now for this jump, go all the way as low as you can on the truss, and go to 75, and press space and then D, don't turn your camera, and go back to 144. So this jump, just make sure at like a low enough height so you don't hit this insta-kill spinner. It's better go lower than higher, so I'd go as low as you can. And don't jump on top of this. it's supposed to be one stick gap, so you do one stick gap jump like that. And just hold W and D until you get to the rightmost part like that. Go low and then do a shift flick onto this one stick gap. Oh my god. Like that. And then go all the way in the one stick gap and then do a shift jump like this. And these jumps are very high, so what I do is go to 75 to get it. Just gives a little bit of a height boost. Once you're on 75, turn to the left a little bit and then do a head here like this and turn into the left. You do that for both of these. Switch back to 144. And for this jump, please jump off from the half stud full. Jump off it from it backwards like this. Alignment keys do help. So do that. It's a pretty long jump, so it's okay if you fail it. And using alignment keys for this also helps avoid this cylinder rook. And then some basic crafts. So for this jump, just go all the way to the edge of this wedge here. So you're there, do a long jump and then just turn in. If you want, you could do a two-step climb, but I personally don't recommend it. And just wait for the spinner. And then jump, and then do another jump like that. Make sure you avoid the neon wall. For this jump, go to the center of the truss, tap S, and then turn to the right, and avoid this roof here. The jump unshift so you climb it. And then this jump, go to the edge of this half stud full here. And go into this truss. And then for this truss flick is kind of hard because you have to avoid the roof and it's pretty long. So just tap S, turn to the right, and then do a shift flick like this. And now you're basically at 4 because the rest of 3 is netted and pretty easy. So this is just like, I personally do this. It just like gives you a height boost if you climb and turn left. Or you could just do a W and A if you're supposed to do like intended. And then now for this jump, just like there, I don't really have a height. Just like pray, and it's netted, so you'll be fine. Cam control, some easy cam control jumps. If you use alignment keys for this, you basically don't have to turn. And for this, just do a shift jump. And then treat this like a one stud gap. And this jump's also kind of long. Go low here and then turn to the left as much as you can. Switch to 75 FPS. And then hold A and then jump like this, upwards momentum. And go into climbing on this wedge, shift back up, and then jump to this ladder. Tap S into your torsos close to the bottom of the ladder. Do shift flick. Make sure you avoid the moving in still spinner. Now switch to 75. So you're at 75. Wait for the spinner to come all the way down. And then just do a truss bounce like that. Alright, so for this, wait until the spinner's all the way down. Like that. Oh my god, what? How did I feel that? So easy. Yeah, like that. Now jump to this 0.75 stud quickly. And it's all the way up. And then try to climb this. So now wait until it goes all the way back up. Switch to 75. Gotta do another truss bounce. That. Switch back to 144. This is also kind of long jump onto this little ladder. For this jump, go like this and then shift. You're gonna start sliding down. And wait for the right time to turn onto the truss. You can get a heights boost by moving close to the bottom click. And then turn left. And for this, just slowly tap W and D because the cylinder could be RNG and drop you. So just slowly tap W and D. You can do heights boost by moving your torso closer to the bottom. Do lodge. Hold W and A and turn to the right on 144 helps. And then this last jump of the 4, just like make sure you're all the way out. Even if you sink into the half stud, make sure you're all the way out because you do not want to fail this because there's literally a net on floor 5. Like, okay, so now you're on 5. basically. Oh my god. So basically, I have to wait until the spinner goes all the way down, because C covers the top of 4. Now you're at 5. It's pretty much like a half net. Gotta watch out for the insta-kill spinner, like moving up and down. Okay, for this, make sure you don't hit your head on this thing. Make sure you're low enough. Again, this one, make sure you have good heights. I don't really have a strat for these. Climb that. And then from a good height, like start like this, and then shift at the end like that. This jump, just like stay at this position, just do a shift flick. It's like kind of hard jump, but if you just wait for the insta-kill to move down, you should save if you fail it. Launch at the end. I hold W and A and turn left to launch slowly like this. Wait until you're all the way at the edge and then shift out. This jump's also quite hard, but it is netted. If you do fall, you could just do a long jump back up like this. So once you've done that, flick out for these trust jumps. Do upwards momentum. If you've done that, with this ladder, tap S, turn it right, and do a shift flick header like this backwards. Now this little part's netted on 6. Just like climb and then shift into it. This jump, it's easier for me to do backwards. This jump's pretty long. I like to do like a unshift at the and then shift. It's pretty long jump. I failed a couple times. Make sure you're far enough from the truss for this. Go to 75. Like make sure you're far enough, and then hold A for an upwards momentum and then jump like this. And now these are just like the walkarounds on floor 1 watermelon. Just like turn carefully and hold W and D. This is like a pretty easy camp control. Like that. Now for this trust jump, shift between this gap right here. If you've done that, press space and then A. And this climbing helps a little bit. Just climb here and then turn to the right and then use shift flick. And for this, just make sure you have a good height on the wedge, and then do like a shift flick like this, and then turn all the way holding A. This jump I don't really know, it's just like it gets consistent. I failed it once though. Like same with this. Not really any strats. Make sure you tap A until you're out on this jump, and then you do the same thing for this jump, except you have to do head here all the way up here. Just flicking it a little bit at the end. Or basically that's 7. Fail this, you'll save and you're just basically slapped down. Okay, so flick out, trust jump, walk around like that with W and D. And then this is a no jump shift flick, just tap S. You want the height boost, just bring your torso close. Turn to the right a little bit, shift and hold D, like that. Then flick out again, and then hold D and then jump for upwards momentum jump. And go into climbing here, shift and hold W and D to get a bounce. Because here's another bounce, so just go into climbing, shift and then press D. And for this, make sure as low as you can on the truss, and then go to 75, and then hold A and then jump upwards momentum, and then hold W and D at the end for this one step gap. This two-step climb, like I'm pretty sure like most people, they do like a climb boost, but I've never found that consistent. So I just do it normally by holding W and D. And for this, just turn in late for this lodge here. You do it both sides. I personally do this way. Another trust jump, make sure you're low enough because there's a roof here. And then climb this neon. It's basically one step gap. Go like that. Oh my god, 175. I was wondering why I was laggy. Okay. And this angle like this, because you're gonna have to ledge grab. So scroll into ledge grab like this, onto this one step. And then do a trust jump. Be careful, this is kind of like a weird walk around. Just hold W and then hold D. It's kind of awkward. And then FPS switch for this trust jump. And this spinner has like a single break here, a break stud that you can wait on. And do some walkarounds. And now you jump back to the spinner and you have to do another walk around. Just by holding D, like that. And make sure in climbing animation here, make sure you're not all the way up or else you'll hit the insta-kill. Tap S twice, tap the left alignment key and then shift N and D. And this jump, it's meant to be a head hitter, but I failed it a couple of times because like I just lose momentum like that. So there's a way you can do a ledge grab. So once you're in ledge grab position on this stud, this side of the stud, tap S, and then angle to the middle of this stud, and then hold D and then jump this. Do corner flip. Now you're at 7B. This is, in my opinion, hardest part of tower, and it is over insta kill, so you gotta lock in like once you get here. So starting off, if you want to get a height boost, climb this stud and then turn to the right, do shift flick like that. It's basically a half stud squeeze, or not half stud, like 1.5 stud squeeze. Pretty tight. For this jump, you gotta avoid this head here. So what I do is use alignment keys. Just tap W until you're far out, and then tap S until you hit the wall, and then do the route like that. And for this jump from all the way back here, like at the middle of this stud, tap S, move to this side of the stud, and then do a shift flick to climb this. And then just do backwards head here and then turn in for this one stick out. The easy ledge grab, it's downwards momentum. Easy camp control. And for that jump, make sure you shift. It'll get you a lot more distance. And this is a ladder clip. Just do that. And go to the far left edge of this. And go low, and then do a trust jump. By pressing space and then D, like that, and then turn in. This part's pretty annoying. It might take you a while to get down. So, yeah. Oh my god. It takes ages. Sometimes one time it took me like 3-4 minutes. It's just, this part was not working, bro. Yeah, okay, I did it. And then there's a lodge here, but if you want to get a height boost, I just go into climbing on this stud and then do shift flick like that. Go to this half stud, go to the middle of it so you don't fall off. And for this, don't go all the way to the right because you're gonna want to turn right eventually. So go here, like right on top of the third neon ladder from the bottom, and turn right a little bit, and then do a shift flick and do a. It's basically a 1.5 squeeze again. So yeah, be careful. For this jump, if you want to go farther out, avoid this head here, go into climbing animation like this, shift back up, and then just try to climb this truss. Or you could just like avoid the truss if you want, so you could just do normal wrap like this. And do this wrap backwards to avoid this big cylinder here. And for this, you're probably going to want to get a climb boost because it's a very high jump. So go to this side of the stud texture. And turn in until you start climbing. Once you start climbing, do a shift flick like that. And for this jump's personally a hardest jump at tower, but it does have a really consistent strat. So just like use the alignment keys and then tap S and D until you're like this far out, and then turn into the neon like that. Scroll out, and turn until you can't see the transparent wall. So like around here. And now do E-dance 2 jump. So jump when your character's all the way out to the right. So here, like that. It helps you get a lot of distance, so credit to Z Player Slayer for that strat. That's what I use there. So now go to this easy one stud gap, and this jump's very awkward because of the head here. So you want to go as far out as you can. So I recommend going as far out as at least to the like this stud, the middle of the stud texture. Once you do that, turn in with W and A. Once you've done that, do a W and D wraparound like this. And carefully do some cam control. And for this, hold A until you're all the way up here. Tap D until you're good heights, and then do like a long jump like this. Once the gap. And for this jump, you do not want to walk off. Well, I've walked off twice trying to climb this, so I came up with the strat. So go to the left side of the stud texture. Once you're here, use the alignment keys, and then shift while holding W and D like this. And now just turn in as much as you can, and then do a chest jump, basically, a ladder jump. Just press space and then D. Hit the teleporter. And now you do not want to fail this. This is mega fun, obby, bro. Okay. So this jump's kind of long, so just like alignment I have is go to the right side of this stud texture. And then shift like this. Go onto his trucks. And then for this bottom flick, go from the third neon ladder from the bottom, so around here. And do a shift flick holding W and D, like this. There's many ways to do this jump. The one I do is go as low as you can, use alignment keys, and then do a backwards head here, like this. And then just like go to all the way to the edge, like right here. And then turn slowly until you start climbing. Once you start climbing, tap S twice, and shift into this gap, and then climb this neon half foot thing. Now let's do walk around, just hold W and A, it's really easy. And for this jump, you're going to want to go through this two-stud squeeze here. It's kind of hard to see, but what helps is holding W and A when you do this jump like this. Yeah, so you want to do that and land on this side of the platform. And then just do a wall high jump, this truss, go on 75. So you don't get truss RNG. Hold D, get upwards momentum for that truss jump. And hold W and D for this. For this lodge, just hold W and D into it like this. And just hold W and A and turn right again. For that lodge. Just avoid this big cylinder here. Look to the other side. Tap S, turn to your right, and do this. It helps you get a high jump like every time. So for this jump, don't jump all the way from the corner or else you might not make it like that, because you want to avoid that head here. Like jump from like around like back here, so you can climb this cylinder. Let's go all the way out. It's kind of far jump, not really. But for this, it's also a long jump, so go to the edge here around this stud, so you can turn, so tap S, and then turn left. A little bit. And then do a long jump. Now this one is very high, just jump from all the way back here, like at the center of this corner wedge. Like that. If you don't make it, make sure you just like tap S to go back. But once you make it, lightly tap W until you move backwards a little bit. Like that, I just moved backwards a little. Now shift flick to this side. And for this, go into ledge grab and face this way. Go onto this slope. For this, it's just hold W and D first, walk around. Carefully line on this half stud. Tap S until you're all the way at the edge, and then do a shift jump like this. Okay, now time for a truss bounce. Please make sure at 75 or lower. On 60 also works. So now for the spinner, make sure you face this way against this wall. And then wait until the spinner hugs the wall, basically, like this. And then do a lodge. So let me do this again. Like from the wall, like that, and then do a lodge. And this jump, just like avoid the neon roof. You could use the alignment keys, but it doesn't really add anything. This one I don't use it. Oh my god, that's so easy. Okay. Now this jump is a head hitter, so I use alignment keys. I unshift and then shift go onto this ladder. Or this truss, I mean. And use alignment keys to make sure your legs are not touching that insta-kill on the wall. Okay, so floor 9. This floor is very, very, very scary. So what you want to do is be at most 75 FPS for these wall hops. So align backwards like this. Use alignment keys. And then just tap the right alignment key only. Now go back to 144. Hold S and D like this. And align as much as you can. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, so that doing this pretty much prevents you from getting flat-sided. Now just tap S, turn your right, and go on 75 because you got another wall hop. Like that. Flip to the right. Do that. It's some easy flicks. Easy jumps. Carefully go onto this once the ladder. Once you land on it, do not move. Turn to the left a little bit and do backwards shift flick head here like this. Once you land on a truss, turn to right slowly to push yourselves out. And go low until you're at the third ladder from the bottom. So around here. And do a shift flick. Make sure you avoid the insta kill. So for this jump, I like to align by tapping A on this half set pole. But you really want to avoid this. You really want to avoid this. It's a pretty long jump. As you can see, I almost failed. Now for this jump, you can go from either side. Like, some people go that way, but I personally, this is easier. You just go all the way up here, and then do a bottom flick like this. That's the safest way to do it, in my opinion. So, just climb. Go to the edge of this platform here, and climb that. Now for this, there's a very specific alignment that I found, that my friend found, so just go to like this side of the subtexture, use the alignment keys until you're here, and shift, and use the alignment keys again like this, and hold W and A. Oh my god, a lag spike, okay. Now just hold W and D to go around this neon thing. Now flick out and then do easy truss jump. Corner flip. Now you're inside a little case, so this is a lodge, but it has cylinders, so you want to lodge late. If you lodge early, you will get pushed out. Just lodge late like that. For this, tap S, turn your right, and turn in with W and D. Yeah, okay, for this corner flip, do it backwards because you do not want your arms to touch that. You do not want your arms to touch that. So do it backwards like this. You walk around like this. It's like hold S and like wiggle your way down. Kind of weird. This. And now I failed this jump 3 times, sadly. That came up with like a very overpowered strat. So just like, don't go all the way to this subtexture. Go a little bit like to the left of it. Once you're here, use alignment keys, tap right, shift in or scroll in. And now use alignment keys to go here and then scroll in like this. Use alignment keys again and do a jump. Now for this, there's multiple ways to do this high jump. But the way I found from Equi, credit to Equi, he also beat this tower. He has a really good strat for this high jump. So just tap W and A until you climb like this. Once you start climbing, like, okay, takes a while sometimes. So once you start climbing like this, turn this way and then shift and go onto the ladder. Now for the last jump, you do not want to fail this. Please. Please set up. Tap S, turn right, and do shift flick. And now you basically won, unless you failed the last jump and somehow touched the insta kill. The last jump's like extreme, it's not hard. So yeah, you basically beat the tower from here. These jumps aren't like that hard either. Not really any strats, just for this jump, just like climb. So you don't get flat-sided by the wedge. Do a lodge. And just avoid the roof here. Gotta get a good heights. And two-set climb for this jump. It's pretty much like, it's like very difficult to land without two-set climbing. So you want to two-set climb. Last jump is so free. Please do not fail. It's like extreme max though. It's not a hard jump. So yeah. You beat it. You beat quite Devious. If you use my strats, you will beat this tower. First try. I'm kidding. No, you won't. Well, I mean, I hope my stats make you a little bit more lucky on this tower, because I got really unlucky. So yeah, that's tower quite devious strats. Goodbye.